work in the dirt. You can keep your wings clean. All work in the dirt. You can keep your wings clean. All work in the dirt. You can keep your wings clean. All work in the dirt. We don't cope, we destroy. Motherfucker, move back.
Vegan bodybuilding.
Fuck it. Next.
No, it seems to be a thing now, and people seem to have this philosophy that they can become, because of that whole like thing that Arnie got paid to do on Netflix a while ago, which was complete fucking bullshit, as we all know. A bunch of people jumped on the bandwagon, and now they all think that they can be fucking pro bodybuilders and what have you. But don't be wrong, there's exceptions to the rule, because there's guys or girls who are genetically elite who would have got there either way. But as a rule of thumb, what's your thoughts on vegan bodybuilding then, Rob? I'm not going to just fill the spot up with me ranting about it. Give us your thoughts, pal.
I mean, if that's what people want to do, if they want to be a vegan bodybuilder,
efficiency of it, realistically,
they're only going to get so far. Yeah, then they're not. Then I can't ever see they're going to make it to the elite level. Being a vegan bodybuilder, it's almost scientifically impossible. Could someone do it? Like you said, there's always exceptions to every rule. But then if there is that person that comes along and they've made it to the top as being a vegan bodybuilder, are they telling the truth?
Yeah, or you wonder what could have been if they really didn't.
Yeah. It's just it's, you know, we're carnivores by nature. Our bodies repair and grow muscle from animal protein primarily, and best we grow and recover the best from animal protein. So it's almost, like I say, it's just I just think it's people just trying to create attention, you know.
I mean, obviously the body's amazing at doing many things, but we're asking a lot of it. And like the time, like through humans evolving, there were times where things were scarce and we could eat other stuff and we could maintain and survive. But we're not looking to just do that, are we? You know, obviously humans adapted to various different parts of the world to being able to live on stuff, but that's to live. Like you can live on like primarily just rice. You can do it. And you can obviously live, it's the only, with zero carbs. Like we've got options, but when it comes to like building tissue, the way that you'd have to, even just to get close, the way you'd have to design your vegan meals to be elite level would be just incredibly time consuming and also incredibly voluminous. Like the amount of volume you'd have to do, making sure that the sources that you had matched the amino profiles of the other sources and they were balanced. I don't know if it's possible, the amount of food that you'd have to eat volume wise to come anywhere close to something as like nutrient dense as animal protein. So I just don't see how you do it. Like you said, maybe there's someone who's the absolute genetic pinnacle that can eat very little protein and do it, but it's not happened yet. A lifetime vegan hasn't happened in the pro stage, as far as I'm aware.
Maybe someone that is myo deficient. What's the word I'm not sure?
Myostatin.
Myostatin deficient. They're already on a crazy advantage anyway if they're myostatin deficient. So because they can build muscle and repair muscle at a much greater rate than the normal human being. So if someone comes along who's a vegan bodybuilder that's myostatin deficient, then maybe it's possible then.
It's just, you see about the people, it's like, oh yeah, you know, international, but because there was a thing, wasn't there, international powerlifter, vegan and all that sort of stuff, and it's like, and then when you read into him, it's like, well, he turned vegan like 3 years ago. So maybe you could like maintain what you had. Maybe that's possible. Like, I just think look at the very basic data.
Yeah.
It's fucking unlikely. I've not seen it. Like,
No, because it's it's how we train, what we put our bodies through. You know, we're causing trauma. We're breaking down muscle tissue. You know, we're causing damage to our own bodies. So if you're not providing it with the right nutrients to repair and rebuild that damage, how it doesn't compute. It just doesn't fucking work.
and what happens when you do that without the correct nutrients? You get the opposite.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean,
we've got to caveat this because we're three meatheads who our lifestyles are aimed towards adding as much muscle as possible and being as big as possible. So I guess it's relative to your lifestyle, but we are aiming with our conversation and our bias is aimed towards being.
We're only saying this from like if you want to be the best of the best bodybuilder, it's very fucking unlikely, if not physiologically impossible. But for everyone else, like, yeah, man, do it. Like,
yeah, we're not saying for sure. We're not saying a vegan bodybuilder can for sure develop a great physique and look amazing.
Yeah.
We're not saying they can't. We're not saying that's not possible, because that certainly is possible. But we're saying we all agree we don't think to get to the elite level in the sport of bodybuilding it's possible. Yes. But I would love to see it, and I welcome anyone that wants to give it a try, like, for sure.
So it's the same thing as, like, obviously people like things like a keto diet. You know, keto diets work well. Ask the top 10 Olympians if they dieted on keto going to the Olympia. The answer is no, they fucking didn't. Because so keto is efficient at a certain goal and for a certain standard of physique, etc. But to be holding as much tissue as possible and to be, you know, that upper echelon, like sort of super heavyweight bodybuilding sort of territory, it's just not suitable really long term. Short term blips here and there maybe. But it's a similar thing, I guess, with vegan bodybuilding. Like vegan bodybuilding, like you said, it's possible, but
you're going to be at a disadvantage with either of those things. And from a vegan standpoint, the I don't think you can outwork it. I don't think you can outwork the difference.
And generally, vegans don't work hard anyway, do they? So I just throw that hand grenade in there.
What's happened to, talking of vegan bodybuilders, what's happened to Vegan Gains? Can you remember him? Him and I know him because him and Dave Plumber had a spat one time, like they're back and forth. There's this guy called Vegan Gains on YouTube. He had like a crazy following, and he started having digs at Dave, and Dave started fucking going back at him, and it got quite intense. It was highly entertaining at the time, but yeah, he just seems to have gone really quiet, like. And he was a vegan bodybuilder, and
he was probably filmed eating a chicken nugget.
Yeah, he probably said, "Watch me do it," and then he couldn't do it. So
yeah, it was like road to pro as a V. Oh no, yeah, it's always a worry when you do a road to pro and you do.